Yo, what's up everyone? How's it going? Welcome back to another Endless Tycoon video. So let's jump straight in now and see what I've been up to. So as you can see, I'm currently importing a model that I did in Blender. Now the idea behind this model is it's going to be the border, the outer border of the Tycoon. So you can see at the moment I'm trying to select a perfect colour, and yeah, I just went with your normal, your green and your brown, and I'm pretty happy with the colour that I chose. But I've got more than one model to choose from, so it's now time for me to decide between the three different models, which one I prefer. So as you can see, I've gone with the model on the right, the one that I already coloured in. So what I'm now going to do is just dart this model around, keep duplicating it and dart it around the border, making it rotated, slightly larger, smaller, higher, lower, blah blah blah, just to give it that randomness. And as you can see now, I am grabbing another model that I did within Blender, a couple of rocks. So I want to also obviously place some rocks around the edges as well, just to give it again a bit more randomness. Now I'm pretty happy with the outcome. I think it looks pretty good. Later down the line I might improve on it, make it all look a bit better, but for now it will do. So it's now time to grab some trees and place out some trees to obviously give it a bit more of a tree-y feeling. Anyway, so I've just gone with your normal green and brown for the trunk, and again just placing that out randomly in just like kind of little, just little bits. I'm not a pro at this, but anyway, I think it looks nice, it looks good, and I'm happy with that. So I'm now going to duplicate and obviously just carry on working on that border just to make the game look a bit more alive. Give it a bit more scenery, a bit more of this and that. I don't know where I'm going with my words right now. Anyway, so it's pretty boring, so luckily I can speed up the video, and you can see I'm just duplicating trees and duplicating that border. I'm just going to call them hills for now. So that's all good, and I'm happy with how it's all coming out. I need to just carry on duplicating, which is taking a long time. It took me a very long time to do, actually. Although you think, oh, duplicating a couple of models, rotating them, pasting them in, and all that doesn't take long. But yeah, it did. So you might be wondering what I'm doing now, because I'm randomly going out into the middle of nowhere with these like I said, hills, and just now placing some rocks. So the idea behind this is I wanted to have a little beachy area. And then basically on the beach, I wanted to not only have it just be a boring beach, I wanted to add some waves. And then at the end of it, if you can dodge all those waves, you will then be able to get a chest, I suppose, that will have coin or money in. So, as you can see, I got to work and I started working on a beach. Again, I'm not a pro at this, but I think how it came out, it looks pretty nice. So again, placing out a load more rocks, and then I started to work on the waves. So for now, I'm just using a couple of cylinders, and the idea is those cylinders are just going to randomly come along and act as the waves, and they're just going to push you back. But I then thought, because obviously I was having a bit of complications with making the player swim on the water, because it is just a part that I'm using, I thought, actually, why don't I do boats? So I've now come up with the idea that I'm going to allow you as a player to build a raft for your first, boat. And then you can rebirth, and then you'll be able to build a slightly bigger boat, a faster boat, and basically just keep upgrading your boat. And then I thought it'd be cool if I do different zones. So at the moment, I've not done the zones, but I thought it'd be cool if I'd done like, a zone 1, a zone 2 might have slightly bigger waves, a zone 3 will then have, I don't know, sharks, zone 4 could have a octopus or a giant squid or something like that, and the further through the zones you get, the bigger the reward. But for now, I'm pretty happy with how it looks, with the waves and with the walking on water. But yeah, as you can see as well, it's quite extended now, so it's a bit harder to get to the end because it was a bit too easy. I'm having a few issues with the raft, with the controls and that. It's a little bit glitchy. It may occasionally fly up into the sky like an aeroplane, but overall it's pretty cool. And you can see I also got some health added to the top of it. So when you get hit by a wave, it then does remove some of those numbers that value your health. So you need to ensure that you get your boat to a safe place before a wave hits it, and then your boat breaks, and then you're no longer able to get to the treasure. So moving on, I thought I'd jump onto the simulator. So it's now time to start building a amazing sleeping bag. I mean, it's got to be like perhaps the world's longest sleeping bag, but it is a sleeping bag and it's green. I think I've got to think about green, but green's a good colour and it looks nice. So I then thought, oh, I'll just run around for a bit, as you can see here, and test out the sleeping bag. It's got a few bugs in that, but it's all good. So moving back onto the border, just need to place out a few more trees and just work on the border a bit. It's quite hard doing this video because obviously I'm doing a voiceover, so I'm kind of watching what I've done, what I pre-recorded, and then I'm having to talk over it. But yeah, hopefully I'm doing a pretty good job at this. But anyway, so you can see there I've done the border. The game's starting to really spice up now. It's starting to look a bit nicer. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So I then thought, oh, I'll just have a run around and just make sure things are working as they should be. As always, there's the odd bugs here and there, but it doesn't take me long to jump back into some code and work on the coding to improve the game. But other than that, the game Endless Tycoon, you can hopefully see from the videos, it's doing pretty good. I like the direction that it's going in. I love the idea that you can just like either play around in the simulator, working your way through the zones, or you can obviously work on the tycoon and build your house, or you can even try and avoid the waves and obviously eventually build a bigger and better boat to show off. And try and get through all the zones and that on that, which I do need to work on a bit more at some point. So I thought I would now just jump on and have a little play around with the tablet. What I wanted to do, as you've obviously might know or should know, a lot of people know about this, in a lot of the tycoon games and stuff, there's always like arrows or some sort of indication telling you where to go, where your next upgrade is for your tycoon. So I wanted to just add that in. So as you can see, I just got a little red line for now, which points at the button where it's currently located, which worked out okay. It was pretty straightforward, just getting, you know, the part location, the position, and getting it to point from the player position, which is good enough. I might change it to arrows later on, but I'm not really too sure yet. But yeah. So that does pretty much bring me to the end of this video. In fact, it does bring me to the end of this video. If you do want to have your player name within Endless Tycoon, I am looking for some names. So comment below in this video. I will be choosing random player names and stuff to add, as I'm going to have like NPCs and stuff walking around. I'm going to have obviously shopkeepers, people on the beach, and there's just going to be NPCs everywhere. So yeah, if you want to have the chance of your name being in the game, then definitely comment below. Also, later down the line, I've said this in the last few videos, I've just not had the time yet. I am thinking about creating a Discord channel where you can all give me your ideas and feedback and stuff as well. And I want to obviously, you know, I want this game to be a kind of community game. I want to get your ideas and put them into the game as well, which I think would be pretty epic. But for now, I've just got to get the foundations laid. I've just got to get all the basics, all the code and everything all sorted. And then I can start adding a lot more cool and better features, which would be awesome. I've been getting a lot of ideas and stuff from my son as well. He's been, you know, saying, oh, can you do this to the bank? Can you do this and that? Which obviously, like you've seen with the bank, you can now obviously catch the other player and send them to the jail or the police station. Not sure on what we're going to call it yet. But yeah, these are all cool ideas. And also anyone can do that. So anyone can, if someone's bank gets stolen, any player can then quickly go and grab that other player and take the money from them, which I thought's quite cool. I like that idea. But anyway, That's the end of this video. If you did enjoy watching this video, then subscribe and like it. I will see you in the next video if you do subscribe.